Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will discuss how we can construct an electrochemical cell using two electrodes. Means, if the potential values of two different electrodes are given, then using those two electrodes, how we can construct an electrochemical cell. And after the construction of the cell, we will also determine the cell EMF or the E0 cell value. So let's start. This is the general representation of a galvanic cell. First metal and then its corresponding metal ion, then the solid bridge, then another metal ion and its corresponding metal. This electrode that is at the left hand side is called anode, which is negatively charged, and the electrode at the right hand side is called cathode, which is positively charged. So you can see at the left hand side metal is converting to the metal ion. So we can write the process like this, where n number of electrons are removed from the metal to give the metal ion. As electrons are removed at the left hand side, so this process is oxidation, and at the right hand side metal ion is converting to the metal. So this process can be written as metal ion, and then n dash number of electrons are added to give the corresponding metal. As electrons are added at the left hand side, this process is reduction. Okay. Here you see n and n dash just to show that this number of electrons can be different, but sometimes this number can also be same. This oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction together will give the cell reaction. But in this video, I will not write the cell reaction. I will just try to calculate the E0 cell only. How we can get that value? E0 cell can be calculated by summing up E0 ox and E0 rate value. E0 ox means the standard potential value of the oxidation half reaction, and E0 rate is the standard potential value of this reduction half reaction. Okay. So E0 cell will be E0 ox plus E0 rate. Now let us see some examples. First one, where the two electrodes have the positive reduction potential values. Why it's reduction potential? You see, from metal ion to metal, that value is given. So it is reduction potential values. If metal to metal ion value is given, then it will be the oxidation potential value. Generally, reduction potential values are provided, but you should be careful what type of potential values are given. Now, as I said earlier, the galvanic cell is written in this way, and you see here the potential value of the Ag plus Ag electrode is plus 0.80, which is greater than that of the Cu2 plus Cu electrode. Means E0 Ag plus Ag is greater than E0 Cu2 plus Cu. So it is more positive, and we know that when the potential value is positive, then the process will be more favorable. Why? We know the relation del G0 equal to minus NF is 0. If we put E0 value more positive, then del G0 will be more negative, and this will give the more spontaneous reaction. Okay, so we need to give the preference of the reduction reaction of Ag plus to Ag. Okay, so how we can construct the cell? We will first put the Ag plus Ag electrode at the right hand side, and then we will use this electrode at the left hand side. But here you see the galvanic cell is written like metal to metal ion. So first we will put the copper here, and then we will write the Cu2 plus. Okay. Any electrode which have more favorable reduction process, that will be placed at the right hand side. Okay, and the other electrode will be placed at the left hand side. So this is the cell for these two electrodes. Now we can calculate the E0 cell value. Here you see the process is copper to plus, then Ag plus to Ag. Ag plus to Ag potential value is already given, but here Cu2 plus is not given. What is given? Cu2 plus to Cu. So we need to change this value. How we can change? It's just it is the reduction process. Here it is the oxidation process. So this sign will be changed from plus to minus. If it is minus, then it will be changed to plus. Now here it is plus value. So for copper to plus, this will be minus 0.34 volt. So E0 cell will be, as I earlier wrote, E0 ox plus E0 red, and E0 ox value will be Cu2 plus, and E0 red is the E0 Ag plus Ag value. So it is the minus 0.34 volt and it is plus 0.80 volt. We don't need to change this value, but here the sign is changed, and this will give plus 0.46 volt. Next, where the reduction potential of one electrode is positive, here Cu2 plus Cu is plus 0.34, but the another electrode is the Zn2 plus Zn is negative. Okay, so from these values we can easily understand that the reduction of Cu2 plus to Cu is much more favorable than reduction of Zn2 plus to Zn. Okay, so we can say that E0 Cu2 plus Cu is greater than E0 Zn2 plus Zn. As I said, reduction of Cu2 plus to Cu is much more favorable. This electrode will be placed at the right hand side. Okay, Cu2 plus Cu will be at the right hand side, and here this electrode will be placed at the left hand side, but our general method to represent the cell is first metal, then metal ion. So it will be zinc to plus, then copper to plus copper. So let's try to calculate the E0 cell value. It will be E0 ox plus E0 red again, and E0 ox will be Zn2 plus, and E0 red will be copper to plus copper. This value we don't need to change, but this value we have to change, because here we have written the cell as zinc to plus, but value is given Zn2 plus Zn, so it will be plus 0.76 volt, and this will be plus 0.34 volt, and this will give plus 1.1 volt. Okay, next, when both the standard reduction potential are negative, here E0 Zn2 plus Zn is minus 0.76, E0 CD2 plus CD equal to minus 0.40 volt. In that case, what we will do, here you see CD2 plus CD is greater value than the E0 Zn2 plus Zn. Okay, so reduction of CD2 plus to CD is much more favorable than the reduction of Zn2 plus to Zn. So we will first write CD2 plus to CD at the right hand side, and then we will write the zinc electrode at the left hand side, but we need to change as the oxidation process. So Zn first and then Zn2 plus. Now E0 cell, E0 ox plus E0 red. Here it will be E0 Zn2 plus E0 CD2 plus CD. Zn2 plus value will be plus 0.76 volt, and this value, here you see CD2 plus CD is minus 0.40, so it will be minus 0.40 volt as it is. So this will give plus 0.36 volt. Okay, I hope you understood how to construct an electrochemical cell from the two electrodes using their potential values. If you have any question, you can write in the comment box. I'll try to answer those questions. Thank you all for watching my videos.